What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, y'all. Hello, everybody. This is the Mad Hatters, and it's just two of us on tonight. I am your host, Queen Alexis, and I'm chilling with my boy. You know who. Y'all give it up for Devontae Davis.
What's up, everybody? How y'all feel?
What's good? What's good? What's good? And our girl, she's not gonna be able to make it, but shout out to our girl Avis Davis. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So tonight we are talking about Hollywood and whether or not Hollywood is still racist. Now we know from history they how they treat people of color was kind of interesting, and it's kind of just told wrong, but we're gonna get into it and try to see if it's the same way, or even if it's better, or even if it's worse. But before we do that, we're gonna go into what's happening this week, what went down this week on the news and entertainment and in politics and everything. So we're gonna chat it up a little bit, y'all. Y'all come on, come through, come in, and yeah. So come in, share, like, share, and comment and everything. What's been going on? And we're gonna get this show started. So without further ado, on the news and political side and social side of the news, we have one thing was this. Um, we have it was just announced after I think this past Sunday, it was announced Monday that an informant, a NYPD and FBI informant by the name of Woods, on his deathbed had made a confession about who were the real murderers of Malcolm X. And he shared with his family, and they let the NYPD Blue, as an NYPD department, and everybody. They made a press conference stating that the NYPD and the FBI were in fact involved with his death and the events coming up to his death as well. Hello, Mama. Hey, Mama.
Hey,
Um,
dude.
yeah, yeah. So, which um it is exonerating the Nation of Islam of whether they had anything to do with him being assassinated back in 1965. The 21st was the anniversary of his death of this month. So, what you feel? What you think? Did that really give the Nation of Islam off the hook for his death, Devontae?
I mean, yo, you talking to, I think anybody that's black will tell you, we already knew that the police was in on it. We already knew the feds was in on it. It ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? Like that
No,
ain't,
it's not.
that's common knowledge to those of us of color. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that the people that lived in that time, when they saw the news, they just knew instantly, like, not even thinking about it. So for this dude to get on his
Mm-hmm.
deathbed, my biggest thing is, how is it that certain people can live their entire lives, right, after making such horrible, atrocious wrongs, and then on their deathbed they manage to, come out with the truth? And it's like, for other people, man, you can't make it around the corner for you caught,
Mm-hmm.
persecuted, and been locked up forever with a quickness. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we already knew that what that was.
I mean, I think we did so as well, that we knew that the NYPD and the government was involved. However, in the pretty much translation of everything, um, the Nation of Islam was implicated as well due to certain according to research and everything, they were implicated in his death due to a falling out between Malcolm X and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And that's what made it like, oh, it was the Nation of Islam, but part of it as well. They had him killed. So um, I myself, I think it does exonerate them. We owe them an apology. Say sorry. Say sorry. Um, but as long as some type of justice, I don't even know if there's no justice coming out about this because it was on his deathbed. So, story of our lives as
They
people of
saying they
color.
doing they saying they gonna do a retrial or they pressing for a retrial or whatever. So we
Of
hope that
who?
happens. Well, just in general, I think it's going to be a retrial for the family estate to go after the government for its role, which means that the U.S.
Yeah,
owes that family hella bread, which is good. That's a good look. They gave
yeah,
Martin Luther King, his family, they gave them some money after the court found out. The court revealed that they had a part in his death. So his people got a couple dollars. So I think it would only be right for Brother Malcolm's family to finally get the retribution that they deserve after all this time.
yeah. You're right. You're right. So that's one. And my last thing, and I'll be done. Something that was reported on the news, but really ain't news to us at all. After after some of the Republicans, yeah, in this last impeachment trial was um, saying that Trump was responsible for the insurrection and he should be impeached and everything. Now that the Senate once again did not impeach him and he does have an opportunity in 2024 to run for office again. Now their story changing, like, oh yeah, we'll back them up and everything. So I don't even need to ask. Do I need to ask how y'all feel about that? Because I'm not surprised at all. Like, nah,
I mean, what's
not at
tripping
all.
out is, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like this dude, indirectly or directly, however you want to lay it, like this dude was at the helm of a major national issue, and that motherfucker still got it. Like he still could go to work the next day. He can still eat whatever he wants,
Mhm,
travel wherever he wants. This nigga got a whole new office down there in Florida. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
it's kind of like now if I did something where we tow up a 7-Eleven, you know what I mean? Whether I called it just was an onlooker, I'm going to jail. You
All the
know,
way.
it's amazing how this
All the
dude could,
way.
be a part of something that big and still have a life after that. But hey,
So yeah, it's pretty fucked up. It's really, 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 really messed up. At this point, how I'm feeling about everything is this. I'm really just done. All the way done. All the way done with just the US at this point. I'm done. And
well, wait a minute, not yet. I ain't
I
done
don't
come
even
on. Wait a minute, cause they just passed our little stimmy in Congress. God damn it, we get about to get that young 1400. I need that.
I'm but I mean, does it
1400.
matter? It's 1400. Okay, 1400 ver- versus just still being treated as second class citizens, still going through the same. bullshit as before. What's that 1400 other than it's going to help men or aid a temporary situation until this thing is over?
True.
What is not being fixed? What is not being fixed is the racism. What is not being fixed is the intolerance, the bigotry, all of this, everything that has been damaging to people of color over these past centuries. Centuries. We ain't even talking about a few years or a couple of decades. Centuries. Centuries here. So yeah,
Right.
1400.
So what you saying?
1400 is 1400.
We finna broadcast from Wakanda? That's what you trying to say?
I want to, damn it. Like live, like we are live now from Wakanda, Wakanda forever. Okay? I want
Yo,
to, okay?
speaking of Wakanda, yo,
So,
I just gotta say it, man. Like, can we get some kind of fundraiser or a drop? Matter of fact, everybody that watch this show, man, look around on the internet and see if there's any type of drive, a donation, a fundraiser. We gotta help out brother Akon. Not that he needs our help, but we need here in Black America, and we need to let him know that we support that brother because he is really trying to build Wakanda for real. You know what I mean? Like he
for
already
real.
on the way to doing it. He got power plants out there. You know, he's building a world-class city. I mean, man, even if we could put up $1 per person and get him another 2-3 billion, you know what I mean? It's the motherland, and he's one of the few people that I see doing something that powerful. Him and in case y'all didn't know, Idris Alba is about to start
Mm-hmm.
heavily investing in Africa too. I want to say he's doing South Africa, you know, so he's kind of taking
Mm-hmm.
what Akon's doing and expanding it too. So, you know, it's something to come home to, you know, if we do ever move out of here, you feel me? Yeah, shout out
Yep.
to Akon for
Yep,
real.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you all the way. So what's going on the entertainment side, Devontae? What did you hear off
Man,
the entertainment
look,
side?
yo, Bobby Smurder though. Come on now. Bobby Smurder. Man, that brother got out, man, after doing, I want to say he did 6 years. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I think I'm pretty sure it's like 6 years, whatever, like that. That dude went to prison and his boy went in with him. And I think that, you know, not only did he not snitch, but he split the time with his boy. You know what I mean? Like they was talking about, well, you could do 5 and he gonna have to do 12. And Bobby Schmurder said, no, man, I'm gonna do my 6. He let him do his 6. We ride out. You know, and I thought that was so incredible. I mean, there's no way that yo, Quavo came to get this dude, man. This man on a jet flying in the air, got racks on racks on racks. I mean, man, shout out to the OG, man. Like he sat down, he did his thing like a real soldier. And man, he finna come back in a major way and show the game, show these young people how the game's supposed to be played, man. I can't wait till he get in the studio and get something new. For real. Straight up.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. That's super dope. Super, super, super duper dope.
Oh, and by the way, don't forget my birthday, man. Wakanda comes back. Look, I'm about to be turned up and I'm going to Zamunda. Never mind Wakanda. I'm going to Zamunda, the original Wakanda. Eddie
Whatever
Murphy
you like
coming
to
to America
say.
too.
Whatever you like.
Man, she's the queen. Look at that. That shit is back. March 5th is coming out. That's Friday. It's about to be crazy. Yo, I'm definitely watching that. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. I already know it's finna go down. I'm watching that joint at least 2-3 times already. I already know what I'm finna be on. Straight up, just getting teed up watching that.
What do you expect from that movie? Because okay, usually when they have like sequels, or remakes, and they try to bring back the original people. Yeah, some movies it work for. Some movies, when it's been like some decades in between, you be like, "Ooh, please don't fuck this up,
But that
Jesus!
movie
Please
was
don't
so
fuck this
raw
up."
that like that movie was so cold that like it don't matter who he bring back. I hope he bring everybody back, but it don't matter who he bring back because they was all raw. Every character, the barbershop
Yeah.
dudes was funny, yo, all the way down to and I would say it. Eddie Murphy is the dude that gave us sexual chocolate. Wasn't no male strippers out there with that name until Randy Watson, aka Sexual Chocolate, hit the scene. So man, I can't wait. I know I'm gonna be laughing my butt off.
Man.
Yeah. And a fun fact. I just watched this recently. He is the first person to have a film with an all black cast to get worldwide success.
Yep,
That's huge. That's
that
huge. Like
is.
way before Marvel. You know, way before Black Panther. You know, he Eddie did it first, man, and people don't realize how important that dude is. Eddie Murphy is so important culturally. He brought us Boomerang. Like that was one of the first like pop culture like all black films as
Mm-hmm.
well. They was about that life
Mm-hmm.
back in them days. Guys like Eddie Murphy, Robert Townsend, Spike Lee, the Wayans family. Like they was really holding
Mm-hmm.
down the black community and making a way for all of these new people that are coming out, and they about to get it in and do the same thing and put even more of us on, man. So, and I can't wait.
Yeah, so shout out March 5th. We celebrating. You know who? Devontae's birthday in Zamunda. Zamunda. Oh,
In Zamunda.
yeah.
Okay. You already know. Look, it's about to
It's
go
Zamunda.
down.
It is. I'm excited. I'm also like, what's gonna happen? Cause the reason why I'm like, what's gonna happen? Cause I don't know how it's gonna come out. Now I will say this: the last film that they did a remake for this generation for that was dope was this past Shaft one when it was the original Richard Roundtree, Samuel L. Jackson, and I forgot the little boy name and everything. As Samuel L. Jackson's son. So like yeah, it was dope. It was
Yeah,
pretty
that
dope.
was
So
dope for sure. I mean, but that's the thing. Like,
it's,
culturally speaking, we have always had that reach back. You know what I'm saying? Like our
mm,
people, our parents, they would listen to get up on Sunday or Saturday morning and put on gospel or put on stepper music or whatever the old school hits. And so we grew up listening to the generation before us and absorbing the culture from the people that came before us. So
mm,
cinematically having that reach back is super important. You know what I mean? So it's good to see
yeah.
those people not only being visible about getting their money and all that, but passing that torch on to the new generation. You know what I'm saying? And giving them the torch so they could go with it. That's raw. I love it.
Yeah, so which that leads us up to our subject for today. Whoo, let's get into it. Is Hollywood still racist? Um, there are there are some tropes. There are some scenarios where it does paint people of color as the villain. But over time, as you can see, over time, we have, as a people, we have came out in the media and in movies more in very triumphant and very positive images. However, even though we have had movies that painted us in a positive way as the protagonist, as the hero, depicting someone of our history um, that was very prominent and positive and prevalent to our community. We don't get the awards for them. We get the awards. The Academy Awards award us in the most messed up light ever, like ever still. So we're gonna talk about some of the things that we pretty much is side eyeing the Academy Awards for. So welcome to the side eye of the Mad Hatters. Get your side out together. Just get your side out together. Get your side
Well,
out together.
I'm gonna start the first one because this is important. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is gonna drop. It's gonna be coming out real soon on Disney Plus, and I am a
Mm-hmm.
fan of the MCU. However, my blackness has got me. It's got the side eye. Got a little twang going. Here's why: because Super Soldier, Winter Soldier has the same serum that Captain America does, right? Falcon
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, but he
Mm-hmm.
got the shield. So now here's my problem with that. Never mind, you got this regular brother, you know what I mean, that's got the shield while the super soldier is right here standing next to him. My problem is, I really hope that this show does not have Falcon play the background, the sidekick nigga. I really, really hate in shows where the black dude is the sidekick nigga. That's a Hollywood
Yeah.
trope that you know what I'm saying? Where it's like it's
Yeah.
his show, but it's really that dude's show. You feel me?
And like
So I'm just gonna
it's
put that
like
out there.
I
Right.
don't
You
like
know what I
that either.
mean?
I don't like that either because it's like, wow, we're gonna focus more on this dude. Like, come on now. Especially for those dealing with the comics, especially the comics. If you know the original story and you see it come out, oh, they about to make a movie for this, oh, they about to make a movie with this one. I know a lot of people was, especially come out to 2018 when they said they was coming out with Black Panther, which came out on my birthday. So you got Zamunda, I got Wakanda. The thing is, it's like you worry because they you know we know Hollywood's history of whitewashing a lot of stuff. So it kind of you make it like you excited, but you kind of like, ugh, are y'all gonna mess this up for us?
Yo,
Because for real true comic nerds, they know the story. So it's like, don't do that. Don't
like it's
don't do
certain
that.
movies that I will never watch. Like I will never watch Gods of Egypt. That will never ever ever get played on any TV that I own. For obvious reason. Prince of Persia.
Guys of
That's
Egypt.
another movie. I ain't watching nothing. Look, we not doing it. I'm just going. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Not on my TV. Real life.
Let's talk about Gods of Egypt, okay? Now, I love action movies and I love the action in it. I love the action. I love all of that, the fight scenes and all of this and everything. It was wonderful. But what you're not gonna do is do a Ten Commandments with Charleston Hester with Egypt once again. You know where Egypt is at. Egypt is in Africa. Ain't nobody that light with that straight of hair is in Africa. Ever.
They
Ever.
tried it.
And
They
it's
tried
like
it.
you only had one black person, Chadwick, and he was tough. And it was like, okay, yay. But he died first. He died first.
And that's another thing. Hollywood, stop killing one of the only two
Us
black people in the whole
first.
movie first. Stop doing that. We see you, Hollywood. Stop doing it. It's
It's a
ridiculous.
mess. It's a whole mess. It's just that Prince of Persia and yeah, Prince of Persia
Hmm.
and Gods of Egypt is like at least get close. At least get close
Give us some
to
Drakes. Give us some Trevor Noahs. Give us some light
just
skinned niggas. You know,
okay.
come on now.
Go light skin. At least go light skin. Some
Meet
with
us
melanin,
halfway.
but not pure lily white. That really pisses me off as well because I'm like, huh. It goes back. Gods of Egypt for me goes back to the Ten Commandments with Charleston Heston, and I'm like, okay, they had Yul Brennan, even though the original Ten Commandments movie, anybody that knows Yul Brennan for so it shall be written, so it shall be done, and everything. That's as dark as they went. But Yul Brennan was European, like I think from Scotia or something.
Hey, you
They
know
just
better than
tanned
me.
him.
I ain't watched that Hui. I ain't watched none of that.
They just tanned him to make him look darker. He ain't that dark. He
Mm.
cute, but he ain't that dark. So it's just that's what makes it like okay. That's what make us all side eye Hollywood because it's like you don't depict us in these roles and powerful roles and when you finally do, you don't give us our respect for it. You don't give us an academy. Let's go into this one. How we got people that won Oscars for some really low grade role. Like really, for example, um, let's go into Halle Berry. Halle Berry played Dorothy Dandridge. She played in The Eyes Was Watching God, Boomerang, a lot of really positive roles. And she finally get her Academy Award for being some what excuse
What
my
was that?
language,
What was that? Monsters Ball, right?
Monsters Ball.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
low key, I was looking at her like, yay, you won, but you won for being, let's just be all the way honest, a bed wench, a white man's bed wench.
Wow, wow.
I know it stings.
I
I
mean, yo,
know it
I didn't.
stings. It stings a little bit.
Yeah, I never saw Monsters Ball. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never saw. I did see Training Day, and even Jadakiss in one of his bars, man, he was talking about how it took Denzel Washington to play a crooked cop. You know what I mean? To get recognized out of all the stuff that he's put out there. Over the years.
Exactly.
So, yo, I feel you.
Exactly.
You
But
hear
it's
about
like,
my?
really?
Have
Come
you
on.
seen Ma Rainey? That Ma Rainey joint on Netflix?
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
that's gonna bring home so many awards this year. I already know it. If y'all ain't watched it, was it Ma
Hopefully.
Rainey's? I can't think of the rest of the title though. Just look for Ma Rainey on Netflix. I mean, it's a beautiful piece. I think it was what was it? Chadwick Boseman's last piece before he passed away. I mean, it's just a great
Mm-hmm.
piece of film. It talks a lot about the music industry and just the black experience, and just this undertone of just how it feels to be an artist back in those days. Man, it's bananas. You definitely watch that joint.
But this is the thing. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was a play. For those
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that don't know about the backstory, it was a play, and it was not. A lot of people when that movie came out was like, "This wasn't about Ma Rainey." What it was is a play by August Wilson that's talked about the struggles that we went through at that time, especially in the music industry. With Ma Rainey, one of the most profound line of that movie was her saying They want my voice. As soon as they get it, then I won't mean anything to them. So until they get it, I'm gonna milk this to the dry. She got a pop. She got her snacks. She got her air. She pretty much was like, "You gonna work for my voice," and that was a lot that was going on during that time. And even now, let's
Mhm.
be honest, even now, do you want my talent? Until you get my talent, then I won't mean nothing. That's why we still get snubbed. Do I think they're gonna get awards for it? I don't know.
Yo,
Because then
they
before
definitely get
my
awards for that.
Rainey,
They definitely get
even
awards.
though they deserve it, even though they deserve it, even though they deserve it, Devontae, I don't believe that they will get awards for it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because it's not what I what I'm gonna say, what I can say about it. It's not shucking and jiving enough, especially
For.
Chadwick um character. He was very strong. He was very prominent in the film. And I don't know. I don't know. They might get it. They might get it or might give it to him only because he's not here anymore.
Yeah,
That's another thing about Hollywood that really also works my nerves. You don't give no recognition until they're gone or they're almost up out of here.
for sure, for sure.
Really? Come on now. Really? Really? Oh, finally he'll get and it will if he wins a an Academy Award for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom for supporting actor or lead actor and everything. Now that he's gone, I'm side eyeing the hell up out of the academies and up out of Hollywood because while he was here, he has never his career he has never really played like a gangster, a thug, a crackhead. Chadwick Boseman's career was very prominent. He from the time he went from soap operas where he played like a little cameo, oh, but it was like, oh, he gets
Yeah.
saved at the time.
Look, Chadwick Boseman
But
played
all
all
the
the
rest of the time,
heroes. He played every who.
he did.
That dude
He
played every
did.
black hero except for Kobe Bryant, and that's just because he didn't live long enough. Because there's gonna have his ass shooting the jumper, you know what I mean, in yellow jersey. Like he's been all the heroes, all of
Exactly. So if he gets this award, oh, we're going to give this to his wife and his widow, his grieving widow, and everything for his amazing performance in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I'm gonna side at it because that's the role that wasn't a black hero,
but you
but
don't think
an
he deserved
example
it though?
of he did. Oh, trust me,
Like
I'm not
regardless.
saying he don't deserve it. I'm not saying he don't deserve it. Hell, he deserved that one. Everybody else, he deserved to play. He deserved an award just for walking past the screen. He deserved an award for all that. But it's kind of like
Mm.
the one that broke like pretty much in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Chadwick's character was pretty much a broken and traumatized and hurt black man dealing in the 1930s 1920s with racism, had a bunch of trauma on him,
Well, but that's the thing. Like, okay, and
not
this is
so
where you
much
hear
the
me saying,
hero. 'Cause
I feel like he is the hero. I mean, all the way up to the end, I feel like he was the hero. Reason why I feel like he's the hero is because we still, coincidentally enough, the black dude that was on the show Heroes, he came out a little
mhm.
while ago talking about how there were some practices that were undesirable for him and his character arc. You know what I mean, based on race and things like that. And knowing people in the entertainment industry in general, it's like you do hear stories of people that don't get the best writing, don't get a lot of screen time, um, and just go through all of these crazy things. You know what I mean? Where the characters get killed off real quick, or all that kind of stuff. So it's like if you doing that in 2020, and then you see the same cycle kind of going on in this movie, it's set in the 30s. One, it suggests that things haven't really changed in terms of management and entertainment. And two, you can
Mm.
feel that frustration. And I think he played that well. You feel me? But
Yeah, he did. I understand, and I feel you on that. It's just I'm gonna be side-eyed and be like, he can't get an award. Why he here for playing heroes?
true. Yo, did you see Malcolm and Marie?
Oh, okay. Let's talk about
Did you
this
check that
one.
out yet?
Okay, this is.
That
I've
movie was
seen it.
lit. I
I
don't care
love
what
it.
nobody say. That shit was lit.
Okay, let's talk about that. That's gonna be that's another thing that I don't know if that's a trope from for racism with Hollywood. I don't know for sure, but because of people's reaction to it, something about, oh, they had to depict our love, our black love, as toxic. I don't know if that's racist or not. What
Yo, I
say
mean,
you?
I don't think it was racist at all. First of all, I thought that was a dope movie. It was complex. It really touched home to me, and just in every, but I could see the reality of both characters. I mean, straight up, like, and as a dude, it's difficult for me to understand a woman's perspective, and somehow in this movie, they did a really good job of kind of giving me some stuff that made me look at myself and be like, oh, I guess I do that. I had to slide
Really?
out myself. Yeah, oh yeah. But that's hatred right there, just pure hatred. But we ain't gonna touch it anyway. I thought it was dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. What I did think was interesting though is that we don't get a lot of depictions of the complexity and the intimacy of black love. You know what I mean? And I know I'm gonna bring up a name that don't nobody want to hear no more for whatever reason, but Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was real good with showing us positive imagery of men, of what a man and a woman's supposed to look like. You know what I mean? And they went
Hmm.
through all the stuff that in the Daily Show or whatever like that, whatever life dramas as characters, but they came back and had intimate moments that were not necessarily sexual, but intimate. And I thought that was
Hmm.
beautiful. And I really don't feel like we see enough of that. You know, we see the sex part, but we don't see that intimacy. You know what I mean? And so I feel like,
Now, now you bringing up another trope that actually I was thinking about. How over sex does Hollywood make us? Can you please name a movie, a white woman, a white or majority white cast movie where the sex scene is not pornographic? And when I say pornographic, I mean straight up Pornhub. Uh, the roughness, everything is not sensual with us. It's mostly rough. It's mostly toxic. It's mostly, yeah,
I mean,
X
I'm grossly
videos. Yeah,
undersexed right now, so I couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? I'll be looking at the screen like, man, wish I was there. You know what I mean? But I feel
okay.
you. I
But I mean,
definitely
like,
understand.
take for example, I want to bring up. There's a movie. I can't think of the name, but I saw a movie where it was mostly a all white cast and everything, and it was as if the white woman was handled so delicate and so fragile, and it was sensual and everything. And then turn over to a black movie, pretty much we getting it in. Pretty much getting thrown around somewhere. Uh, is no intimacy at all. It's just come here, pretty much come here, bitch, get it. That's it. And it's like, wow,
I mean, why you say you went in
like
so hard with it though? But I feel you.
I mean, that's pretty much how it is. It's like, Oh wow. We can't be done. We can't be handled with care. Like we don't know how to be sensual when it comes down to love making. There are some that is like handling that, and they have movies of us being sensual, but it's not a lot. More of ours is pretty much is what it is. What the ones that get the most attention, like pretty much have us pretty much got to be a porno, amateur porno. That's how it is, and I don't like. I mean, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that because we can be sensual. We know intimacy. Hell, everybody probably get it from us anyway. So, what say you, Devontae? What say y'all? Get up in the comments and y'all y'all tell us how y'all feel about that. How it looked like our sexuality is depicted people of color in Hollywood. How it looked to y'all.
I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody knows that we're hypersexualized. Everybody knows that. The music videos and that industry kind of laid the groundwork for that, I think, a long time ago. So as a public, we're kind of conditioned to a certain level of savagery being associated to us. Not that we want it, not that we like it, but I think we're used to that. You know what I mean? That's why nobody. I mean, everybody dropped it, freaked out when Cardi B dropped WAP. I wasn't, yo. I thought it was banging. I was right with him. You know what I mean? Like Lil Kim did it, Adina Howard did it, and so I said it. Foxy Brown. I mean, the list goes on and on. So it's like I'm kind of conditioned to that. You know what I mean? So it didn't really mean anything to me. But now that you say it, it's like, well, yeah, I guess there is a level of we're not seeing a balance. You know what I mean? So we're not seeing enough images
You're
that
not.
show like the softer, delicate side. So yeah, I feel you on that part.
And that's why I'm like, are we supposed to be? Even though it is normalized to us, are we really supposed to be okay with this? To most,
Well, it looks like we having some technical difficulties. I ain't used to that one, but all right. I guess I guess our friend here has disappeared. Oh, there
I'm
you are.
back.
Mm.
I'm back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what happened, man?
man, I got a little bit of interference, but I'm back. To most of us, it does depict our everyday lives and our relationships and everything going into Malcolm and Marie. A lot of people, especially people of color, is talking about that showing us in a toxic way, even though it is reality. But I don't think we should be okay with us being known for our relationships being toxic.
Agreed.
Even though even though it's kind of reality for a lot of us. That's a
Ah,
whole nother show right
that's a
there.
whole nother.
But
Yeah, man, come on now. You doing too much with that one.
that's a whole nother show right there. But I really do think we should when it comes down to our love, how we love each other, how we relate to each other and everything, it should not always be toxic at all. It should not always be toxic or come together. But I think that I liked about Malcolm and Marie that
Mm,
even though it showed the toxicity of it
mm.
and show how it is in an everyday fight. Because baby, for me, Malcolm Marie, I was like, I know these fights. I was literally looking at the fight, and I can tell you at which point, what time it was, because it depends on how the argument go. When it hits its climax and it's really deep and toe up and everything, that's about like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yep, I know. I did it. I know.
I,
But
but okay, but here's the thing. Okay, so they wanted to give us a level of relatability and something that we could like see and be like, okay, wow, I know what this is, but I don't think that's reflective of the whole culture. I mean, golly,
But then at the same time, people that's outside of our culture and outside of our race be like, oh, well, that's what they do. That's how they are. And you be like, no, 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 no. They're drug addicts. They're hikes. They're hikes. They're abusers and everything. Think I'm lying? Think I'm lying? If it don't show up in a racist mouth, you be like, dang, really?
Yo, so let
And
me ask you.
they would refer to those movies and those videos and those some TV shows of that. So yeah, that's
Do
us.
you do
That's
you
how it
watch
is.
do you watch Bringerton?
Wait, you broke up. What'd you say?
Bringerton is it's on Netflix. Do you watch that show Bringerton?
Yes, Bridgerton. Yes, I
That
love that.
you know they got
It's
that light
pissing off
skin.
people too.
What's his name is Reggie Jean Page. You know they talking about
Yes.
making that brother do 007? Do you know they
Mm-mm.
making that light skin be 007? I'm
They don't like.
flabbergasted. I'm
Folks
using the
don't
white
like the
word. I'm
fact that
flabbergasted.
folks don't like. There's people that don't like the fact that how they are portraying Bridgerton with a mixed cast.
You can't do
Like
it.
the queen, the duchess is not black, but it's so wonderful though. It's so wonderful.
Look, I don't watch that show. I feel like if you going into that type of time, that type of era, and what is it set here in America or is it set in Europe somewhere? Because either way, if it's
it's
set here in the
it's
United
Europe.
States, I'm about to say like, yo, that's not But I mean, there was always black dignitaries. They was just, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't watch the show. I was upset because they had that dude instead of my man Ebers. I wanted a black 007. I don't
Black,
want
black.
nothing wrong with that brother. Whatever. I'm glad he's doing his thing. I need to see black 007. Not light
No.
skin, not you know what I mean? Like I was kind of heated, and they talking about they really for to bring him on for that. So I thought that was wild.
Nah, nah. But we gonna go into our last trope. Our last trope from Hollywood that I'm like, y'all still racist and everything. Okay. And this is something that is quite interesting and it's coming out more and more and everything. Other than they depicting us in low grade roles and everything, giving us awards for that. Us dying at the beginning of the movie or the first one to die. Um, over sexualized content for people of color and everything. Um, Another trope that I'm kind of like, mm, y'all trying it real bad. It goes into the LGBTQ community. How is depicted with us? Does it tell our stories? Yes, but it still kind of make us look like the villain. There are some movies and there are some shows where either you have the black lesbian, she's a bitch, like,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's a lot of
yo,
shows
black
that's
women
like
in
that,
general
or
are always depicted like you hit. I hate that. Like if you a sister that's got her shit together, you always got to be the man
she
hating.
gotta be a bitch.
Yeah, like
She
that's
gotta be a
crazy.
bitch, and that goes for both sides, LGBTQ and hetero. We always end up gotta be okay. We gotta be black and evil, black and a bitch, black successful and oh, but this is a secret. This their secret. Oh, they got a secret identity, or they're gay and everything, and it really don't show that you can be all. We can be all of that and still be positive. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yes. So Hollywood. Yeah.
Hollywood getting the runs from his, especially now that if you are watching, um, and I gotta send a shout out to Netflix because I feel like they're really leading the way. I lean into Netflix heavy just because I feel like that's the standard. We've been Netflix and
hmm
chilling long before any of these other services came out, so I stick to the tried
We
and
was
true.
we was blockbuster,
You
but
feel me? But I've been rocking with Netflix since they was delivering DVDs to the crib. You know what I'm talking about? I still got Dream Girls
yeah,
the disc floating around somewhere in my grandmother's house. But no. What I was gonna say was they're doing a thing now where they have a lot of movies that are coming out of overseas. It's coming out of Africa. It's coming out of Nigeria, and they're dope. Yo, for all of
they
these years,
are.
they have so many romantic comedies and so many action shows that are coming out of Africa right now, that are coming out of England right now, that are depicting black and brown characters in a super positive light and just an um, interesting character arcs that I just you gotta get into it. You know what I mean? Like for real.
Yeah, but will it hit mainstream?
It
Will it
don't
be
matter.
accepted on mainstream without it being some type of edit or something to make us look like, villains?
Here's a setup.
Low key villains.
Here's the setup. It doesn't matter anymore. And the reason why it doesn't matter anymore is because the technology has allowed us to really begin to shape where and how we spend our money. Every time you click on a movie, every time you click on a tile, that's a check. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They getting paid behind that. So it's kind of like if you choose in your living room to click on black, brown faces, Asian faces, whatever, you helping your people. You know what I mean? Because you're showing Hollywood where the interest is, where the money is going, who's watching what, and they are examining that, and that's why they're expanding into um, directors and writers and producers that are overseas even more now. And they really leading the pack on that. Ain't nobody else really doing it the way Netflix is doing it as far as that is concerned. And I appreciate it because Hollywood's going to go with what they know, and what they know doesn't necessarily help us. But now with the streaming services that are available, we can do it ourselves and never need Hollywood. You know what I mean? We don't need their approvals anymore
Mm-hmm.
to get out there and put some girl from Insecure. Um, dang. She had her YouTube show and then blew up. Lisa Ray, what is her name? Issa Rae.
I think
Issa
yeah,
Rae.
Issa,
I'm talking
yeah,
about blew up.
insecure,
Yeah, blew up.
blew up,
Started a
yeah.
YouTube channel. My daughter been on her since day one. Blew up. Got with Netflix. Started, and now she just out there. You know what I mean? One of my idols. So it's like, man, like we don't. I ain't gonna say we don't need Hollywood, but low key, we kind of don't need Hollywood like that no more. You know what I mean? We just
We
need to
really
figure out
don't.
who the turnkeys are within our demographic and start hitting them up. Because as they grow, I feel like we should be growing.
Yeah, we really don't. We really don't have to use them. So, but knowing that what's been against us all this time and everything, so yeah, that's why I believe that that's why we are taking things into our own hands, our creativity and our stories into our own hands. I know a lot of people is going to be talking about what I'm about to say about now, pretty much the new Black Hollywood. He ain't the first to come out with his own studio. He's not the first. He's not going to be the last because we, as people of color, we tired of being into these positions and into these roles as the villain or some type of degrading role. I know everybody want to talk about Tyler Perry. Oh, he made his money cross dressing. Let's be quite honest here. Um, it was for comedy, but everybody black got a Medea in their family. And Medea, yeah, she about that life. She'll tell you about your life, but she also got that love and everything. So pretty much, yeah, he got famous off of depicting a matriarch in the family.
And then
Yeah.
we also got to think. We've always had look at Geraldine. You know what I mean? Um, world famous comedian. Black actor. I mean, that's just. I mean, we've always had those strong women in our family, and
Hmm.
to a certain degree, it's healthy to kind of poke fun a little bit and play around with that because we understand it's home, and you can't laugh at something that you're not familiar with. So it's very familiar to all of us universally to have that matriarch figure, in all of her glory, and just kind of the
Hmm.
things you do is funny. So it's like, I don't feel nothing wrong with that dude, man. He do what he do. He got his money, got his studio. My thing is now he's got the
Hmm.
platform now to put black directors on, Latino directors on, Asian directors on. Like he's in that space now. You know what I mean? So it's like whether we like what type of content he's putting out in the past, that's a whole nother thing. But right now, that's a brother I feel like we should be supporting. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. We should have been supporting him, period. And not only him, but before him, Robert Townsend, the Wayans. Yeah.
Yeah, come on
Robert
now.
Townsend came out with some classic movies under his own company. Tim Reed under his own company. Because Hollywood wouldn't depict us as that. So
Byron Allen,
yeah.
all them brothers. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
You
That
know,
we didn't know that it was them. Sure. How about let's talk about just recently Disney Plus put on Cinderella with Brandy, the
right.
what we call the Black Cinderella. And
Mm-hmm.
what we all miss as kids, and a lot of our parents miss, is that it was Columbia Records on like going playing second fiddle to this was Whitney Houston posted this out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He put this out with his own money to show and
Mm-hmm.
depict Cinderella as a black girl
Mm-hmm.
for us girls out here to think that we are a princess.
You,
Okay.
you know who
Yeah.
I feel like?
So
I feel like I feel like everybody know it already, but I'm saying Lena Waithe putting it down for everybody. Everybody.
yes.
Lena
Yes.
Waithe is such a gangster in the G, like man, I would love to just sit in a room with her. You know what I'm talking about? Like she lays down everything in her shows. She just put it down, and the writing is so interesting. You know what I mean? Like you see the
Mhm.
dynamics in each character, and people that are healthy and have they issues too. So yeah, man, I definitely feel you. And it's like she's one of those people that are hot right now that I guess it's easy to forget. You know what I mean? But it's like you can't forget her because she popping as hell. So
Mhm.
man, I can't wait till the new season of the Shot come back. You know what I mean? This Corona killed a lot of stuff, so it's like easy to go to the fallbacks, the old stuff. But these new schoolers is really hitting. You know what I mean? And they going bananas, man. So I feel like with or without HollyWood, our story gonna push forward.
We going to with or without 'em. So to answer the question, is Hollywood still racist as usual? But what are we doing about it? Making our own. Period. Period. Pew. Period. Pooh. Period. We making our own. So we're gonna end out this show on tonight. Thank y'all for riding with us and vibing with us with everything on here. If y'all been commenting somehow, Yeah, StreamYard is kind of messing up, but we cool. We're gonna get it all together by next week. That I couldn't see any more comments. So have you been commenting? I'm gonna be watching back. We're gonna watch back the playback and comment under y'all and everything. But thank y'all, thank y'all for riding with us once again with the Mad Hatters podcast. So y'all tune in. We are here every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Twitch. We are also, our audio is on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Y'all tune in. This has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Black History Month for the Mad Hatters. We have talked about some stuff, but it has been worth it. So I'm glad for that. We're going into March next week, and got some stuff for you. We're gonna bring in the
Pisces season.
ladies. We're gonna bring in huh?
I say
What you
Pisces
say?
season. You know what it is.
Yeah, it's Pisces. Yeah, it's Pisces season. Yeah, it's Pisces. Aquarius, Pisces. It's Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. Okay. Aries. So yay to y'all Pisces. I'm hating. Oh, so what? Don't care. Anyway, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. No, but much love. Shout out to the Pisces and everything. So we gonna get it in. We gonna have some girl talk and we gonna have some guy talk coming up these next 2 weeks. And we gonna get down to the nitty-gritty of everything. Stuff dealing with women, stuff dealing with men. So y'all tune in, tune in these next 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks in March is going to be, yeah, we're going to get down to the core of some things. So if y'all ain't willing to talk about some of y'all demons, y'all, I see y'all the third week in March. Nah, but we gonna get into it. So thank y'all for riding with us. Devontae, you got anything to say before we close this out?
Yeah, I just want to, say everybody be safe, be careful. Looks like the corona numbers are dropping, but it's still out there, so stay safe. I know it's starting to get warm out here, and the Chicagoans like to be in these streets. Try to calm it down, but otherwise, I love y'all, and man, I'll see y'all next week.
All right. All right, so we will see y'all on next week. Y'all make sure y'all share, y'all like, y'all comment, y'all get on everybody that's on our fan page. Go find us on under the Mad Hatters podcast, Mad Hatters 5:30 podcast 5:30, and you will see picture of me and Devontae up. I'm gonna change that to us three when we get our updated show, updated photos and everything with our merch that's coming soon. So y'all make sure y'all like that page, share, comment, everything. Also on Twitch, share, comment, like, all of that. All right. So we will see y'all on next week. Much love to y'all. Much, much, much love to y'all. And we are out.